Across the state, Arkansans made their way to the polls Tuesday as special elections took place in some cities.
Many counties are still tallying votes, but for some communities, the results have raised bigger questions about what people truly value in their towns.
THV 11's Maya Ellison gives us a closer look at some of the outcomes and the bigger picture behind them.
Yeah, Faith, Brooke, and Conway, voters focus on what city leaders said would improve the community. What you see behind me is a breakdown of what voters saw on their ballots. They only approved 2 proposals, rejecting the rest, mostly amenities, a trend that was mirrored in Sherwood. The results are prompting officials to reassess community priorities. Improvements to public safety and city infrastructure could be on the way for the city of Conway. Tuesday's special election, officials coined as the Pick Six, asked voters to decide on 6 tax and bond questions.
Voters yesterday focused on the essentials. They solved real problems related to public safety capital, streets and drainage infrastructure.
Unofficial results show voters approved the 2 questions tied to essential services, meaning that the sales tax rate will increase from 1.75% to 2.125% to fund public safety and infrastructure needs. 4 other proposals, including bonds for a music venue, convention center, renovated theater, and Lake Conway Boardwalk, were all rejected.
That increase will restore some funding that had rolled off the books, and so it'll address some critical budgeting needs with regard to public safety capital, with streets and drainage infrastructure. It will return our rate to the rate that we had in place 3 years ago.
And in Sherwood, a separate special election saw a similar trend. Voters rejected all 3 bond questions, including plans for a new animal shelter and sporting event center. Combined, those bonds totaled more than $94 million.
Yeah, I think it's vital and healthy for communities to put those conversations on the table and talk about, hey, not only what do we want to grow into, but when's the right time to grow into it.
For Conway, the approved measures help pay for things like updated fire trucks and police vehicles. Equipment officials say is increasingly expensive.
I do think it has to do a lot with timing, and depending on how much uncertainty exists economically at any time, that really determines how far into the future a voter is willing and able to look.
It's unclear whether the rejected proposals could return to the ballot in the future, but Gates says the city's long-term vision remains the same.
And it's that Conway continue to push for its highest potential to be the great city that we know it can be.
And while cities like Conway and Sherwood again saw voters pump the brakes on several amenity-focused bonds, Sheridan was the one who actually moved in the opposite direction, approving a $5.7 million capital improvement bond to upgrade amenities such as the city's dog park, swimming pool, and even recreational fields.